private universities of Odisha. Similarly, according to the result presented in ANOVA, the p-value is less than 0.001, which is less than 0.05, which is significant. Therefore, the null hypothesis 2 is rejected and alternate hypothesis 2 is accepted. So we can conclude that here, after the implementation of ERP, the organization service quality will get better result and all stakeholders will be benefited. System of integration across the campus will help the removal of manual procedures, proper workflow process, automation and real-time data access will be possible. Demonstration of hypothesis 3, there is no positive effect of ERP service quality on the organization's performance in private universities of Odisha. There is a positive effect of ERP service quality in the organization performance in the private university of Odisha. Similarly, I had done for adaptability, KMO test and Butler test, and reliability from alpha is 0.951, which is near to 1. Similarly, significant in Butler test it is less than 0.05, and KMO test is telling sampling accuracy is equal to is near to 1. This is my screen plot according to the, if I am taking 11 factors, and according to the 11 factors, as per the eigen value, that will be greater than 70%, what I am observing here. According to the result presented in ANOVA, the p-value is less than p-value 0.001, which is less than 0.05, is significant. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected and alternate hypothesis is accepted. So we can conclude here the level of service quality provided by the ERP system plays a crucial role in attaining the intelligent organizational outcomes in private universities. The mentioned factors encompass user happiness, operational efficiency, data integrity, decision-making processes, regulatory comprehensions, and more aspects.
Just a minute, hold on. What do you mean by p-value?
P-value is a variable.
Yes.
Which will tell the significant value.
Significancy level. Whether it is 95%, 99%. Right?
That value should be less than 0.05.
So why is it less than 0.05? What do you mean by 0.05?
Process of 99 or 99.
Yeah. So when you say it should be less than 0.05, it should not be less than 0.05. It is the p-value which will tell you whether the data is 95% or 99% correct. You are saying it is 0.001, that's why it is.
Yes, alternatively put this particular. Instead of putting it at 99 or 95, just put it at this particular level and the value is taken.
Yeah, should be value.
Okay.
Somewhere you are putting a value point 0. There is no 0.000, 100%. That gives a kind of, there's a kind of caution to me at least.
Yeah.
So this is the demonstration of hypothesis 4. There is no significant effect of ERP system quality on the organization's performance in private universities of Odisha. There is a significant effect of ERP system quality on the organization's performance in the private universities of Odisha. It is KMO test and it is reliability test and all here. And I am taking the 12 factors. This is the script plot I am getting by the concept of eigenvalue. According to the result of presented in the ANOVA, the p-value is less than 0.000, which is less than 0.05, is significant. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected and alternate hypothesis is accepted. So we can conclude here that the elucidate significant organizational ramifications stemming from the quality of ERP systems in private universities. In summary, the organization's impact on private universities is significantly influenced by the quality of an ERP system. A demonstrated hypothesis of 5. There is no critical success factors and challenges in the ERP post-implementation stage.
Standard says, using a proven scientific formula is to arrive at a number and beyond which you are not expected to go. In a sense, you will have to wait for unbiased, complete questionnaire which will touch say 570 which will
evaluate how it is performing. So we can tell that sir, some application or application of Birla Global or Centurion University is reaching to the 10 departments and it is reaching to the 11th department. But everyone is telling for the particular department we are getting the 100% outcome.
yeah, okay.
Everyone is telling that HOD or deans are taking that.
Is there any difficulties in understanding certain things or not there?
And how can I compare? But initially, when they both universities, one university that is ERP Next, it was using, SOA University was using. For that particular point of view, we can compare. But slowly they can abolish those global
No, because what will happen eventually is that the university itself will be able to adopt its own ERP systems, which they will be able to.
And they have some departments and some expert people are there. They are designing every day what the next constraint is should be added. And in every semester, the different things should be added definitely because every process is connected with some new content, new subject, new chapter is going to be added there also. So they are adopted some dedicated departments in their universities. I hope in Sri University also it is working.
Actually, sir, every ERP, what I understood, every ERP should be the customized. Because according to the requirement of the university, they are doing their customized.
What is the need of Sri will be different from
Other universities, according to like that, we have to customize it. And that should be vendor is very different, very critical things that we have to depend on the vendor. That vendor should be have the idea of that. Then it is very difficult. Don't worry, we are also facing the problem, now it's solving. But initially we are facing a lot of problem. Because TCS is doing our ERP systems. So, vendor company, good company, you have TCS. But some part also there, because they are not understanding that according to what we want. So that is the main thing. So some people, in IIT also I am saying, the IIT is not depending on any vendor. They are developing their own. Their own. So it's no problem. Anytime after you require any kind of the changes, customize, they can do immediately. But if you depend on the vendor, there is a lot of difficulty.
See, there is what I see is that, if you look at private universities, some of the private universities, they became private university by virtue of their strength in engineering education.
Right.
They become, for example, Gandhi Institute of Engineering and Technology. It's basically an engineering college. So, at that engineering college level, they would have implemented a specific ERP system. Whereas if you take, for example, if you look at Sri University, this university is not taken to study, but this university has not blossomed out of an engineering college. It just blossomed out as a comprehensive private university system which embraces arts, humanities, science and everything, Indian knowledge systems and all that. So there is a distinct difference in terms of the receptivity level of the ERP between these two systems. Definitely there will be a difference.
Sir, I have a query, and since you people are from this field, I
Yeah.
am from basic sciences.
Okay.
So I might be asking a very stupid question.
No.
But it is there, maybe somebody can answer. When you are, challenging yourself by having variables within these segments, how do you reach to control how one should read the algorithm? Like, in this ERP, is definitely that every institution will have the customized system because their requirement is different. So my requirement is something else, your requirement is something else, his requirement is
One
something
thing
else.
is clear, that is why this discussion what we had now is leading to an area where we say we will generalize. What the generalization will become difficult because what
Yes.
variable you are choosing for Gandhi Institute of Engineering Technology is going to be different.
So
for
in that case, when we are talking about this particular thesis, I am going to the thesis of
Okay.
where your data set or data set which you are making through a particular questionnaire.
Correct.
Now this questionnaire is going to assess you came to Birla WhatsApp.
Okay.
Now the respondents would give different answer from different.
Right.
Because we are already variables.
It's different. Say, for example, as you say, is correct. Now, for example, Gandhi Engineering would be about 10 years ahead in terms of the implementation.
Right.
Whereas, say, Birla Global, which has just come, probably may have
Right.
only about 5 years, 4 years down the line.
Right.
Definitely, there is going to be a difference. But what he has done, what I have gone through, is that he has taken up the macro variables into study. So when you take a macro variable, the macro variable can be easily assessed.
Okay.
But if you, as you said very clearly, if you are going to get into micro variables, then this
There will be
definitely there is a problem, and there is a significant difference which is going to be there,
Yeah, sure.
and all that will change. Entire variables, everything will change.
But you are not the person from the subject, so I don't know.
No.
What you said, the micro level is, yes,
Yes.
that is fine.
That is the level at which yes. So now that we have discussed, what are the possible future course of scope for the work in this particular area? Because nowadays the trend for a scholar, what I have seen is to opt for technology-oriented, topic or problem, so that that particular problem can be live and contemporary, if not futuristic, at least contemporary. That people, because I know someone, some of my friends, he never wants to say anything about this topic as such. The reason why he has done a study on working capital management. PhD is working capital management. He doesn't want to say it because that has gone, lost its significance. That is the problem. So now people are going to focus more on the technology. So what are the kind of services?
Evaluate how it is performing. So we can tell that sir, some application or application of Birla Global or Centurion University is reaching to the 10 departments, and it is reaching to the 11th department. But everyone is telling for the particular department we are getting the 100% outcome.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone is telling that HOD or deans are telling that.
Is there any difficulties in understanding certain things and all
And
that?
how can I compare? But initially, when they both universities, one university that is ERP Next, it was using, SOA University was using. For that particular point of view, we can compare. But slowly they can abolish those global.
No, what will happen usually is that the university itself will be able to adopt its own ERP systems, which they will be able to.
And they have some departments and some expert people are there. They are designing every day. But the next constraint is to be added. And in every semester, the different things should be added definitely, because every process is connected with some new content, new subject, new chapter is going to be added there also. So they are adopted some dedicated departments in their universities. I hope in Sri University also it is working.
Actually, sir, every ERP, what I understood is, every ERP should be the customers. Because according to the requirement of the university, they are doing the customers.
What is the need of Sri will be different from
Other universities, according to like that, we have to customize. And that should be vendor is very different, very critical things that we have to depend on the vendor. That vendor should be have the idea of that. Then it is very difficult. Don't worry, we are also facing the problem, but now it's solving. But initially we are facing a lot of problem. Because TCS is doing our ERP systems. So, it's better company, good company, or TCS. But some part also there, because they are not understanding that according to what we want. So that is the main thing. So some people, in IIT also I am saying, the IIT is not depending on any vendor. They are developing their own. Their own. So it's a no problem. Anytime of the need for any kind of the changes, customize, they can.
Now, it is it is always that any research you take, that research will have its ifs and buts, and will lead to some stages where definitely there are multiple options which are before you, which you will not exercise, which always be there. I have guided so far 65 scholars, 65 have completed PhD alone. Each one is different, and each one, when the final stage of Viva when it comes, when I sit there, are realities. You should appreciate him for taking a topic which is very difficult to study. he could have easily taken a topic which is very easy to study, but instead he has chosen a topic on which not much of work has been done. State of Odisha has not seen such a study as such. So definitely that requires appreciation, no doubt about that. Because identifying a problem and understanding that this is what I'm going to do. In fact, in many cases, we normally say from a social science point of view is that if you are able to collect data, you have solved 50% of your problem. That is what we say, because that is the biggest problem we face. And I think he knowingly he has not taken professor's deeds. He has gone for assistant and associate professor because of the accessibility of collecting data and coming out with the opinion on that. So, in fact, he has done a good work. I have gone through his report. Of course, there are certain questions which will always come up, and it will always be there. We will now, long back I did my PhD. Now, every time I open up my PhD thesis, I start saying, oh, this is what I have done, Thinking I have gone to my respondents were primarily general managers and about pharma industry. So it is very difficult to collect data. I have traveled to Bombay, Bangalore, Chennai, a lot of difficult, but still I worked it. But then at that point of time, I felt I have done something there. But over a period, I start seeing, the thesis is still with me because it is in my puja. So that I take it and see. I know that this I should have done this way, I should have done another way. But that is always that is what the research is all about. So we need to really appreciate the effort which Vijay Kishore has taken up, and I, on behalf of the Board of Examiners, recommend to Sri Sri University to award PhD in Management to Mr. Vijay Kishore S.S. Patnaik. Research planning implementation in selected private universities of Odisha in the subject management. Professor Pushpendra Kandaiwal and Professor Jaswai for having taken outdoors task and making it to a completion, because 2015 you registered. And making that itself is a great thing, I say. Making it completed and then subsequently is able to complete the whole process. I sincerely thank the Vice Chancellor for choosing my name for the BIOS examination. I thank Dr. Srinath, the control examination, for making all arrangements. He was on tour every time he was behind me, and he was asking me, how am I coming, what am I doing, things like that. I changed my plan. I had to go to Kochi for a program, and he had to book my ticket from Kochi to Bhubaneswar. So a lot of things were there. He was able to do that. His office staff who were supported, and I really thank Professor Swain for giving. Thank you.
May I request honorable dean